Howdy and welcome to Mohawk Sports Complex in Tulsa, Oklahoma for the second match today of the Red River Rugby Conference Championships. This one's a D1 women's match semifinal between Little Rock Stormers. They're going to be in the red jerseys, and the Austin Valkyries in the hoops. Our referee today is Sean Bean. He has Isaac Hugan and Randy Campbell as his ARs. This should be a cracker of a match, folks. Little Rock doesn't have to travel near as far as normal down into Texas, so this is a match they can definitely make with a full squad. And Austin Valkyries always have a strong team, and they've grown as the season's gone on, even on to a defeat of Glendale Raptors D1 side, which is not their women's Premier League side, but still a very strong side that the Valkyries went up against and defeated just a few weeks ago. The referee is giving his instructions to the teams in the front rows now. He's already talked to the Stormers. He's now talking to the Valkyries front row, and we're just a few minutes from kickoff. And we will come back to you shortly.
(144 meters by 70 meters), 15 or 7 aside, run or kick forward, pass backwards, tackle low and proper. Rugby is one of the fastest growing sports in the nation. Men and women of all ages are picking up the ball. We're entering a new era of rugby. The Gift Time Rugby Network is here for you. We want to inform you. We want to entertain you. And we want to provide the best live coverage of rugby events that you can access. National, club, college, and under 19. Gift Time Rugby Network is here to translate rugby for you. Check us out online and don't forget to subscribe.
And if there's one thing that people would take away after watching this film, what would it be?
Truthfully, I think that we need to have, for veterans, we need to have more support. A lot of guys get out, they don't have the support they need to help them get through life, and a lot of guys commit suicide. A lot of guys just drink. It's a lot of problems we have as veterans, and I don't think people understand that. So I want people to understand what it means to have this brotherhood to bring them back, and have somewhere for them to go. So.
No, right now in the room I have more old breed members than I have active duty. And when I say old breed, there's a group of ruggers that have come together that are playing for those who are no longer with us.
We have 2 initiatives that we started, and that is the Lieutenant Colonel Kevin Shea Scholarship Fund, which way that we can give back to those families.
It was between you and Smitty for man of the match.
Sacrifice.
Smitty got it because he scored more, but you were Yeah, you were definitely a workhorse in the breakdowns. Still a fat troll. It's Bean. I know Bean. Welcome back to And welcome back to Mohawk Sports Complex in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is Grant Cole with Gift Time Rugby Network bringing you the women's D1 semifinal match between Little Rock Stormers in the red and the Austin Valkyrie in the black and white hoops. Kickoff now coming from the Stormers. Valkyries let it bounce, but leave it to Eva Warner to pick it up and run with it. Inestrosa has it out. Excuse me, that's Navarrete. Inestrosa saying, no, keep it in, bunch them up. Still more forwards play from the Valkyries. And now Navarrete has it out. Jordan Inestrosa can't get a clean ball, so she falls on it. Ruck ensues. Navarrete now out to Werner. Werner with the drive, gets a couple meters. Back. Offsides is the call against the Stormers. And Navarrete finds touch. And it is Valkyries throw in at the line out. Just a few minutes into this match. Now right out to Inestrosa. Inestrosa looking for her inside center. Navarrete now finds Frua. Little Rock with a strong counter ruck gets the ball. And now it's Allie Fagan. Fagan's met hard at the line. It's a knock on though by the Valkyries back here. No advantage gain. It's going to be a scrum to Little Rock. Sorry, I don't have rosters for you today to read off. And I may get some of the names wrong. But we have seen most of these. Scrum. Want the ball, but it comes out dirty. And now Greaser. Now Navarrete with the looking for. She's down at the 20 of the scrum half. Now to now. Navarrete with it out. Inostroza picks it up. Now out to Greaser. Greaser has back inside. Has the don't argue. Gets the ball back. Navarrete looking to post. It's coughed up, but the Valkyries have had all the Rocks had no meaningful possession. Hannah Stevens needs to make sure her team gets meaningful possession and gets out of their end of the field. Gets ahead by Valkyrie. It looks like a cost. Little Rock Bray back out. Stroke. Now line take free outside. Now finds Greaser. Greaser looking for the main goal. Martin talks with and says be held up. If you're just joining us, 0-0 minutes in. It's been all Valkyries in Little Rock's into the field. Navarrete with the throw in, it goes out to one. To her inside, to her back in the stroke, inside center. Now Sierra. Now Anita. Time. Austin Valkyries to Geneva Smith. Finding the try on the left side from Sierra Jenkins. But that was a nice set. Direction inside. Then right. And fullback coming on. And it's to 0 for Valkyrie. In a stroke. It didn't have enough toe to it. 5-0 in favor of the. It's found by free just outside the 10. Strong ruck by the Valkyries. Valkyries going to Werner with the drop. Ruck from the Stormers. Meters out of it. Left their feet, but it's in. With the. She gets the toe down fit. She's got chasing. Away. Going to catch it. It's not. By scrum in. First knock on. Stroza with the nice kick from either side. For the scrum. Go to their knees in the front. That's an unsafe. Referee wants to see it. Goes down. She holds. Stevenson's bit off. Now Greaser. Greiser, I should say. Now Brett. Out to her flank. Look like a. Oh, rolling too much. Stevenson. Let's try this again. It's knocked on. Half. And knocked on. It's going to be a scrum. Now Brett with the not clean in Estroza. Estroza. Referee the zone toward kick. Now Sal with the take. The nice two-handed run. Nobody had to take it. Stone. Inside at 12. Valkyrie set up on defense. kick. It comes straight out. Doesn't see it. Navarrete now back. Feet, Navarrete. Now, oh, it's tried to. Inside and out. All the way to the goal for the Valkyries. Navarrete's first conversion attempt was short. It was on the money, but it was short. It's got the length, and it's on the money. Inestroza puts them up by another 2 points. It's 12-0 in favor of the Valkyries. Little Rock coming back to the line slowly. Numbers are good. Little Rock had someone down in the, so they've got a sub coming on. We don't start off the match with 16 Stormers on the field. Restart coming from Brienne Watt. At the short one, Francine Bray and Alex Free have a miscommunication as to who's going to get the ball. It bounces off their hands, goes forward. It's going to be Stormers' first possession inside of Valkyries territory. Strong drive off that by the Valkyries. They've taken it against the head. And Estrosza now toes it downfield. She finds a hole. It's going to... Lineout's going to be to the Stormers, but it takes the Valkyries bounce down into Stormers territory. Great kick for position by Estrosza. Christy Gertis with her first line-out throw. It's fire. Valkyries almost cleaned up, but no. It's been taken by the Stormers. Oh, the Valkyries line speed. Greaser. Almost taking it up, but to it. Oh, that was a devastating tackle. Alex Free, she definitely knows how to bring the pain. It's passed out wide to the Stormers midfield. Stormers still right about where they've been. They've made a meter or two here or there, but never any significant gain. They're still behind their 10-meter mark. Advantage is on for them. And offsides is called. No advantage gain there. opportunity for Wallace inside Valkyrie. She's going to put it right on the midfield line. And Geerdis is going to get another chance for a clean throw-in. That's stolen by the Valkyries in the lineout, but MJ Vanderveer comes up with it for the Stormers. Great steal from Vanderveer. Stormers hooker with a drive there, gets some meters. Now Wallace back inside, but it's gone forward. It's gone forward like 5 feet forward. So it's going to be a scrum to the Valkyries now. Valkyries looking for a set-piece play. Nestroza lining her back line up, making the call. Ball's clean through channel 2. Almost too clean. Acosta kicks it back in. Now she's out to Navarette, going to weak side. Navarette chips ahead. Finds the Little Rock Stormer behind the 22. She's trying to run away, but she's got speed coming up on her and speed chasing her. Francine Bray with the chase down. And we're on the neck there. Dangerous tackle. Greiser's been called for a dangerous tackle. She got around the neck in that one, just over the shoulder, but not on the head. So Wallace looking to kick the touch for the Stormers here. She's found it just inside the midfield mark. And it's all happening right down here in front of the camera. The Valkyries D2 sides cheering on their first side players. Vanderveer with the take. She's driven back by Werner, though. And Stevenson out to Wallace. Wallace finds a seam. She steps in between. Passes out wildly, though. It's bouncing around and picked up by Anita Stewart. Stewart looking for support. And it has been knocked on by a Valkyrie in contact. It's going to be a scrum to the Stormers just inside Valkyrie territory. If you're just joining us, this match is at 12-0 to the Valkyries. Valkyries are in the black and white hoops, and the Stormers are in the red kit on your left. This is the Red River Rugby Championships at Mohawk Sports Complex in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is a D1 women's semifinal. Clean take. Clean take. Natalie Evans is driven backwards from that scrum. She gets no meters for herself. Christy Gertis has to step into scrum half. Now Evans again, but she gets a couple meters off of this run. Stormers securing possession. Ball pops out. It's picked up. Stevenson kicks it back. That's kicked into touch Bounces over into touch. That's Fiji. Balls out to Nostroza. Nostroza looking to pass. Greaser now Moses. Moses with the fan. She's not held up. She's back on her feet. Now Costa. Costa out. Valkyries hooker with a nice little run herself. She's trying to maintain possession. Bobbles it up. It's gone forward. And Sean Bean goes down. And as in every Sean Bean movie, he's taken out somehow, this time by a Little Rock Stormer. Bean gets on his feet, regains his composure, calls the scrub to the Stormers. He's saying that the front rows are not squared up on this one. Stevenson's put in. It is taken, but Martin has called the Valkyries for an early drive. Penalty goes to the Stormers. And it is found touch. Still inside Stormers territory, but they get a little bit of space for relief here and do not need to be running it out of their own end goal. Stolen by the Valkyries. Ball's coming out to Bray. Bray, knowing only one direction, and that's forward. Navarrete finds Nostroza on the run. Nostroza to Jenkins. Jenkins has Fuji behind her. Fuji has to clean up, but it goes to touch. However, I think we had a knock on first. It's going to be referee's time. Referee looks like he's signaling for a dangerous tackle. No, it's going to be a line out. Throw into the Valkyries. Stormers aren't lined up yet. Strong take. It's dropped. Vanderveer's offsides, though. She gets the pickup, but she is offsides by a mile. And that's going to be a penalty to the Valkyries. Navarrete with the kick to touch. Tori Delgado just was skying on that one. Here she goes again. It's tipped by the Stormers, but the Valkyries. Hooker comes up with it, taking a touch. And we're going to sit down here and have a line-out derby for a little bit. Now they've taken it well, and it's not being great with it. Excuse me, that's Reynolds with the orange scrum cap. Oh, the ball comes in just throws a little too. That was a bullet from Neverett. Knocks out of her hand and scrum to the Little Rock Stormers. Gets it out. Looking for. And we're adding today. It's 12-0 to the Valkyries. Valkyries would like to add to that. Early jump now, right now with the ball. Oh, she steps inside. Has it out long. Wallace with the kick ahead. The Valkyries got pace here. Jenkins trying to chase it down, but Nina Stroza says, you know what, let's just kick it a touch and take our chances with another line out. Gerdes with the throw in. Stormers need some meaningful possession down inside this territory now. Now Delgado. Delgado with a strong run for the Valkyries. Ava Werner. Werner with a drive and half meter. Inestroza with the kick ahead. Bounce up into the hands of Stewart. Stewart drops it. Stevenson with little indecision as to what's going to happen there. And that leads to a big tackle from Reynolds. But not releasing is the call on the Valkyries. And the Stormers have to take it through the mark. Long kick downfield, doesn't find touch. Fiji's directing traffic. She steps back inside, sees a hole. Inestrosa now. Inestrosa to free, driving ahead, gets the meters. There was momentum for the Valkyries there, but we've got some injured Stormers on the field. The referee looks like we had a collision of two Stormers. Not quite the perfect storm. And we're going to be down for a few minutes as the Stormers are attended to. This is Grant Cole with Gift Time Rugby Network here at the Red River Rugby Conference Championship. This is the D1 women's semifinal. And the Austin Valkyries are ahead 12-0. A little bit of dead leg happening. So we're going to put the 5 R's in place for that Stormer. Sure that we recognize and respond to the symptoms for Miss Stewart. As off the field, we hope that she has a speedy recovery from that head knock. And each other and all the sevens. Referee Martin getting a count, making sure Farmer's on the field. To the team here cheering them on. Final clean. Quick tackle to the scrum. Ball ups. Now Bray with the picking jam. Acosta back inside to free. Now Reynolds. Slow ruck ball for the. And Inostroza with the boot downfield. She's got chasers. But delaying Gloin tackled into touch. It's going to be a Valkyrie throw in. Throw in here today. That's good to Delgado. Out to Nostroza now. Skip out to Moses. Moses steps back in. Moses with the big step. She's got the pace. She's got the power. She's got the try time. Kalista Moses putting another 5 points on the board. To her, she steps back inside, catches the Stormers, going the opposite direction, and 0 for the Valkyries. May Day, Mohawks in Tulsa couldn't ask for a better rugby day little bit of wind coming. Beautiful. Joseph kicks up. It has leaving the score at 7 Valks. Comfortable lead. Come back to Wallace again with the restart. This is a deep kick. Back to clean it up. Forward there. And this is the best field position. Deep in Valkyries 22. Deep there at comes out clean. She finds her wing. Like Beth Stratton. Stratton's taking the touch. Sierra Jenkins with a great tackle. Strong take, Valdegato. Navarrete out to Dina Stroz. Dina Stroz is going to tow it. She keeps it in, though. Looking for Stratton. Stratton, nothing. It's bounced in the touch. And that's not exactly what the Stormers wanted to happen. They needed to catch that ball and have some meaningful possession. Geared is now coming to the line out. It goes Valkyrie's way, but they knock it on, giving it back to the Stormers. Evans. The ball's not clean, didn't come out clean, but Valkyries at the tackle. Stevenson's going to tap and go in this one. A little bit of a backline move. Back inside to her. They've set it. Stevenson now. For a seam. Oh, down. Beautiful tackle by Bray. Wallace was through. She had only Fiji to beat. Bray with the forward pass. And that's coming back. Stormers. Stormers just haven't had any meaningful possession. They seem to cough it up. Or a third phase can ensue. disruptive at the breakdown. Evans, but she is wrapped up by Delgado. Going nowhere. Stevenson now. Stratton is, and Jenkins to beat. She fends off Jenkins, but Jenkins down. Stratton's trying to keep it in. Counter ruck strong by the Valkyries. Navarrete picks up and steps out. And that's halftime. At halftime, Valkyries are ahead 17-0 in this D1 women's match at Complex, Oklahoma. Got 3 scores, so Navarrete and Fiji. And then I come Rosa. We will be back here in a few minutes for the second of this Red River Rugby Conference semifinal.
144 meters by 70 meters. 15 or 7 aside. Run or kick forward. Pass backwards. Tackle low and proper. Rugby is one of the fastest growing sports in the nation. Men and women of all ages are picking up the ball. We're entering a new era of rugby. The Gift Time Rugby Network is here for you. We want to inform you. We want to entertain you. And we want to provide the best live coverage of rugby events that you can access. National, club, college, and under 19. Gift Time Rugby Network is here to translate rugby for you. Check us out online and don't forget to subscribe.
And if there's one thing that people would take away after watching this film, what would it be?
Truthfully, I think that we need to have, for veterans, we need to have more support. A lot of guys get out. They don't have the support they need to help them get through life. And a lot of guys commit suicide. A lot of guys just drink. It's a lot of problems we have as veterans, and I don't think people understand that. So I want people to understand what it means to have this brotherhood to bring them back, and have somewhere for them to go. So.
No, right now in the room I have more old breed members than I have active duty. And when I say old breed, there's a group of ruggers that have come together that are playing for those who are no longer with us.
We have 2 initiatives that we started, and that is the Lieutenant Colonel Kevin Shea Scholarship Fund, which is a way that we can give back to those families, their service members, they go and sacrifice. And with that, we have the association with the TAPS program, which is Assistance for Veteran Suicide.
Well, I'm actually Chief External Relations Officer for Suicide Pre- and Postvention for a nonprofit called TAPS, which stands for Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors. And it's an organization that does comprehensive peer-based support for all those who are kind of grieving a death in the military, and my specialty is suicide loss. We have about 7,000 suicide survivors now that have come to me for care, and out of that has come a real lot of information about why people die by suicide that we've been able to use for prevention purposes.
I've heard so many stories of rugby actually saving a guy or girl's life. They come back from combat, they get out, and all of a sudden all that structure, the camaraderie they had is gone.
For me, when I go out in the field, it just reminds me of being back in the military. I got my brothers with me, and we're out here to support each other on the field. Well, after I got out, I had a hard time adjusting, and I was looking for something, because once you go into the military, you don't come out the same, and so I came out, and I wasn't used to being in the regular civilian life, and so we got all these guys that are out here that have gone through the same thing that we've gone to, and we have each other's back all the time. It just so happened I found these guys, and it's just like family again.
So the old breed, yep, I'm a player and I still have to go out there and run around, but we are really dedicating ourselves to giving back.
And we all know as ruggers, a rugby team can offer that same cohesion. It can offer that network, that helping hand, just that phone call that might save someone's life.
And this game here is all about supporting each other, and that's what Old Breed's about, just supporting each other.
So whatever it is, if you can support your local veterans team or the Old Breed as it is, Old Breed's growing, and you're going to see them in every tournament around. So for any veteran, just understand the team's welcome. It doesn't matter if you're in the Air Force, Coast Guard, Navy, we won't vote against you for the Old Breed. I'll vote against you in the Armed Forces Championship, but once we're out, we're all on the same team. And in the big team thing, we're all on the same team. So